The cast members, just like any other human on the planet, are still people and they make mistakes. And the Flash cast has it all. You must be wondering who the clumsiest one is or who makes the most drama on set. Well, don't go anywhere. We have just the thing. Sit back and enjoy as we show you some bloopers and funny moments from the series. Cisco and Caitlin. Starting off our list with one of the classics when the mistakes of the cast are taken into account. During filming, every one of the cast has their lines, however, considering the involvement of the science factor and the science terms which come along with it, some lines are just not that easy to do, especially on the first try.
Martin can control the weather because he can... Martin can control the weather is if he taps into the atmosphere's natural...
So one line which contained a lot of scientific terms was just too hard for Cisco to pronounce, and it took him almost 17 tries. On the other hand, next on our list, we have Caitlin Snow, a biomechanical engineer, has a lot of things to say, especially ones which work your tongue the most. So mistakes on her part were made on a daily basis, almost catching up to Cisco and his hard times on saying the lines of his character. Cecil Horton and Iris West. Resources said that not only did the scientific lines were hard to say, but others had hard times remembering and doing much more easy and simple lines too. This was the case for Cecil Horton or Danielle Nicolette, the one portraying the character. In one argument, she had a lot of trouble saying the word frustrated.
Frustrated?
Frustrated. Frustrated.
Thus, that minor detail went on to make the filming last that much longer, redoing the part over and over until the word was engraved in Nicolette's mind, and everybody else's of course. Candace Patton, you've not been forgotten too. The infamous Iris had a lot of crazy lines and emotions to display over the years, being with the series right from the start. However, one word which is very common in the Arrowverse, which eventually made Candace go crazy, is the word vigilant. Took her a while to say it properly, however, did she ever learn the word to say out properly as time went by? That would be a big no.
Trying so hard to be vigilant.
Vigilant.
Candace continued to have problems with the word, so throughout the script, changes were made and the word which won his replacement was the casual bad gut term and the one which was used in the future of the series. Clumsy and awkward. We can all be more than certain that acting is a tough job. From many interviews, stunts, lines, and all of the setting around them, it is pretty tough and there are scenes which are plainly awkward to film to say the least. We're sure you can all remember Wally West appearing with a tray full of wine glasses just like that out of nowhere, and you might think it was filmed easily. Well, we're here to tell you that it was a hard scene to film. Many times the tray would flip or Wally's hand would just admit defeat. Whatever was the case, a lot of reshoots were involved in that particular scene. Other awkward moments for Harrison Wells have to be all the times a marker was tossed to his hand. Well, he had some trouble in the first place until he mastered to perfection the catch of the marker mid-air to prove a point, of course. Sometimes you can just simply trip on a doorway, which is not that common, but somehow Cisco didn't make the cut. The elongated man is also not out of the picture. On many occasions, his shoulder just got in the way of a wall on his path. His superpowers are not well suited for a wall after all. The green screen. The green screen plays a big part in making the Flash series and how it delivers on the big screen, and not in just this series, but almost all of the movies that have been coming out in the recent years. Some use it more and some less, but it is never left out because some scenes are just better with it. You would think that bloopers and funny scenes don't happen in this department. Well, you're wrong again. They happen, and a lot of them too. Sometimes the equipment or the elements of the green screen are not functional, and sometimes the actors themselves can't really play along with the green screen. Grant Gustin even freaked out during one filming session, a moment which will be remembered by the whole cast and crew. A hilarious moment for all of us to enjoy. Repeats. When it comes to bloopers, one of the favorite ones are the repeatable ones. At least that's what the majority of the fans think. And The Flash is no exception in those ones. Repeated bloopers over and over again. So with that in mind, here is Carlos Valdez trying to catch the blueprints countless of times with no success in it. Carlos took dozens of times filming the scene until finally catching those damn papers. For a thing like this, it takes a hell of a lot of takes to pull off a stunt like that. But when it finally happens and the scene is done the proper way, after all the laughter comes joy and love for the character and admiration for the success and the completion of the scene. The satisfaction is unreal. Dramatic scenes. Not only the green screen scenes, which we mentioned before, and the long conversations with scientific terms, but the dramatic scenes that are needed to be filmed also prove to be filled with bloopers and funny moments, with the only reason being the actors need to be very serious during these moments. And sometimes it's just too hard for the cast members to even do that. A thing might fly across their mind and the moment is gone, just like that. One particular scene is the over-exaggerated one between Harrison Wells and Cisco when they're having a problem solving the equation, and both of them have different thoughts on the matter, which leads to a standoff, a dramatic one at that too.
Give it to me! Give it my precious!
Which both of the actors and the whole crew makes burst into laughter, and a redo is needed as per usual. Not just word, but actions too. Next on our list, we have some guys who also had problems saying their lines, and it is not always being able to say the word, or they somehow have forgotten it. Actions play a big part in an actor's life on set, so Robbie Amell, or Firestorm, had trouble talking and doing the scene because Ash was flying around him on the set, and one little patch managed to attack his mouth, stopping him from doing his part in the particular scene. Or on the other hand, Joe West or Jesse L. Martin just had trouble breathing, because the coffee won't always go down the right pipe, right? And other times the cast just starts bursting out in laughter for no reason at all in a day's work. Behind the scenes gags. And last but not the least are the behind the scenes gags. Those are just the best, from the funny ice bucket challenges all the way to dancing and singing. The cast are well known for pulling a dance in between filming, and it lights up the mood, which is always a good thing to have off the set. And it plainly looks funny. Seeing the Scarlet Speedster bust a move will always make you laugh. However, according to our research, the cast does a whole lot of singing, especially the duet of Carlos and Tom. They're having a blast doing it.
All of them having a blast. It's a blast.
With mentioning him, we can't leave him out to dry, so we'll let you on a little secret. Tom Cavanaugh is actually the one who starts all of the funny things happening behind the scenes. He's very different from his on-screen character, which always turns out different when you see him outside of the camera. In a funny way, of course. On a related note, tell us down in the comment section below which of the cast members is your favorite and why. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.